빛내세 자유천이고 숭고한 하늘 빛깔 순결의 백합 상하고 빛난 정신 이어가도다 고대양 육대주와 천주까지도 억만세태 평성대 길이 빛내세 평화천이고 순정의 기쁨이 땅 천년한 날에 영생의 이상향을 나타내도다 고대양 육대주와 천주까지도 억만세태 평성대 길이 빛내세 통일천이고 사계절 휘날리는 천일국 깃발 천진 천부모님 소망하도다 고대양 육대주와 천주까지도 억만세태 평성대 길이 빛내세 행복천이고
Today is the 7th day of the 6th month in the 9th year of Channel Group, July 16, 2021. To begin our day, let's offer our respect and gratitude to our Heavenly Parent and true parents of heaven, earth, and all humankind. 천지인 천부모님께 경배.
바로
Let us recite Family Pledge. Number 1. Our family, the honor of Channel Group, pledges to seek a original homeland and build the kingdom of Heavenly Parent on earth and in heaven, the original ideal of creation by centering on true love. 2. Our family, the honor of Channel Group, pledges to represent and become central to heaven and earth by attending the Heavenly Parent and true parents. We pledge to perfect the beautiful family way of filial sons and daughters in our family, patriots in our nation, saints in the world, and divine sons and daughters in heaven and on earth by centering on true love. 3. Our family, the honor of Channel Group, pledges to perfect the 4 great realms of heart, the 3 great kingships, and realm of the royal family by centering on true love. 4. Our family, the honor of Channel Group, pledges to build the universal family encompassing heaven and earth, which is Heavenly Parent's ideal of creation, and perfect the world of freedom, peace, unity, and happiness by centering on true love. 5. Our family, the honor of Channel Group, pledges to strive every day to advance the unification of the spirit world and physical world as subject and object partners by centering on true love. 6. Our family, the honor of Channel Group, pledges to become a family that moves heavenly fortune by embodying the Heavenly Parent and true parents, and to perfect a family that conveys heaven's blessing to our community by centering on true love. 7. Our family, the honor of Channel Group, pledges through living for the sake of others to perfect a world based on the culture of heart, which is rooted in the original lineage by centering on true love. 8. Our family, the honor of Channel Group, pledges, having entered the era of Channel Group, to achieve the ideal of Heavenly Parent and human beings united in love through absolute faith, absolute love, and absolute obedience, and to perfect the realm of liberation and complete freedom in the kingdom of Heavenly Parent on earth and in heaven by centering on true love.
To lead us the opening prayer, may I request our IAYSP Cavite Chapter President, Sister Melanie Guantala.
Brothers and sisters, please join me in my prayer. Our most beloved Heavenly Parents and true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind, good morning. We come to you today, this morning, to seek for your guidance as we begin it through this morning devotion. We pray, Father, for true mother's health and her life and how we can offer to make things easier and lighter for her. We also pray, Father, for all the leaders to be united and aligned to the heavenly goals, that no matter what the circumstances are, we could be able to embrace our mission. We pray for all our brothers and sisters in faith. Guide us, Father, and give us strength, knowledge, and wisdom as we walk this journey called life. As we have this morning devotion, Father, bless the speaker and the listeners, that your words may resonate within our hearts and speak to us, Father, and let be our guidance for many days to come. Thank you for your love, Father, and may we bring back all the glory and praises to you. At patuloy niyo po kaming bigyan ng kalakasan, Father, sa pamagitan ng mga salita ninyo. In this we report and pray in my name, Melanie Wantala, daughter of Antonio and Imelda Wantala, Central Blessed Family, Achu.
Thank you so much, Sister Melanie, for that wonderful and sincere prayer. And let us all now have our unison prayer. Let us offer our morning greetings to Heavenly Parent and true parents. Good morning, Heavenly Parents. Good morning to our beloved national leader, Sir Leo Angelo Halog. And good morning, our elders, leaders, and our brothers and sisters. And welcome to our national morning devotion. At this point, may I request our HPHC-FFWPU Cavite Youth Director, our Kuya Jem Custodio, for the Kunduke reading.
Thank you very much, Sir Brody. Good morning, Sir Leo. Good morning, brothers and sisters. Today's reading is from Mother of Peace, memoir by Akjahat. Creating the road to one world, one street, one global neighborhood. On the southern Japanese island of Kyushu, there is a small port city named Karatsu. This city on the shores of the Korea Strait is famous for the pottery that bears its name. Karatsu pottery was originally created by Korean potters. During the 1980s, key members visited this city several times on our behalf to develop an international project. Karatsu was the launching site for an initiative that my husband had announced at our international conference on the unity of the sciences in the autumn of 1981. The construction of an international peace highway circum- circumscribing the globe. The vision is for a high-speed transportation artery linking the entire globe. On the day of its completion, much much of our world will become one village linked by one road. The process of constructing the highway itself provides the world's peoples and governments a common purpose. The transnational lines of commerce and recreation that open up will stimulate inter-ethnic exchange of culture and goods and draw us to live in harmony as neighbors. The highway would pass through a tunnel connecting Korea's Busan with Karatsu, and there in 1986 we commenced a tunnel construction. I had long been interested in visiting the site. Finally, in 2016, I had the opportunity to go and see it. During my visit, I renewed our movement's commitment to the Peace Highway. I believe that the world's peoples are ready for this and that the time is ripe for launching the project based upon a global plan. To tell this story to the world, from the streets to the Senate buildings, I had already created an affiliated project, Peace Road. It consists of public activism, publicizing the international highway, and it has turned into a global movement for peace. I'll share more about Peace Road later. Regarding construction, the biggest challenges are those of crossing the spans of ocean that separate Alaska from Russia and Korea from Japan. The divides between those territories are both physical and spiritual, and the joint commitment to building road uniting them will represent important steps towards peace for the human race. Of course, it is not an easy task. Since the dawn of human history, there has been no greater engineering and social challenge. Yet I know that it is possible and that it represents the ultimate task that must be accomplished in our era, the harmonious cooperation of all people and governments. Attitudes that persist on the tormented history between Korea and Japan are a huge obstacle, and they give rise to opposition to the tunnel. But we have to forget, and set our minds on the positive outcomes. An undersea tunnel connecting Busan in Korea with Karatsu in Japan will boost our respective abilities to contribute to the global economy. The anchor cities of Karatsu and Busan will become hubs for global trade, linking the Eurasian continent to the Pacific region. The tunnel will unite these two nations' cultural assets, both traditional and cutting edge, for global tourism. Most importantly, its construction will plan the routes of peace in Asia, and cooperation between these two countries will serve as a model for heaven healing the wounds of conflict and hostility felt in the nations and among people throughout the world. The reality is, however, that these two nations pursue their own interests. I encourage the leaders to think about England and France, who waged wars against each other for a century yet joined hands to build a tunnel that connects them together. If the Korean and Japanese people open their hearts and accomplish genuine forgiveness and reconciliation, we will see Korean-Japanese peace tunnel built in our time. This tunnel will not just symbolize, but realize humanity's future based not on our fear, but on hope. My husband and I therefore pray that constructing this tunnel as part of the Peace Highway would create a low-pressure area on the Korean Peninsula, into which the high-pressure area surrounding the peninsula to the east and west would converge to bring unity on the peninsula. Looking at a map with a motherly heart, I feel as if the island and continent long for each other, and the peninsula is where they. The second major challenge for the International Peace Highway is that the crossing of the Bering Strait between Russia and the United States. The location will provide to be even more challenging than the Korean Strait. The Bering Strait once represented the ideological divide between the democratic and the communist camps as the United States and Russia grappled with each other. Connecting these two nationals is a vital step toward global peace and unification. Adieu.
Thank you, Kuya Jem Studio, for the reading coming from True Mother's Memoir. And moving on to share his 10 points of gratitude, please help me to welcome our very own brother Andrew Aquino.
Hey, good morning, Heavenly Parents and True Parents. Good morning, Sir LA, and good morning, brothers and sisters. So, I would like to share to you my 10 points of gratitude. So, first, I would like to thank Heavenly Parents and True Parents for everything, basically. Like our life, the community, almost everything though from Heavenly Parents and True Parents, and especially the teachings, the principle, how education. Next is for my parents for really supporting me on what I really envision, and also my family, my spiritual family, my biological families, mga relatives ko, ganon. And also my friends, yon mga kajaming ko, si Philson Philcob, shout out. Si Reza kasi Abel, mga kakulitan ko nung high school, shout out. Sa mga kalokohan ko, sila Phil, Sandy, Brian, shout out. Anyway, and nga, more and many friends. So third, I would like to also thank for my blessing, and so especially for my spouse, Hitomi. She's been really very supportive, and ayun pa shoutout din kay Jason. Anyway, so my blessing, so my spouse, very grateful din ako sa kanya kasi ayun nga, she's very supportive, and yun nga, so sinusuportahan ko rin siya on her mission, really help and contribute to the Providence. So fourth, I would like to also thank Family Federation Cavite. And nga, so uh, uh, so in the Family Fed Cavite, so we are a community basically. So I think they have a big part on education for the blessed children. So Ayun nga, I believe this in this African proverb, it takes a village to educate a children. So, ayun nga, very thankful for Family Fed Cavite. And for fifth, sobra na ata ako. Ayun nga, for the Blessed Children community, ayun nga, so through this community na ano namin, we show support to each other. And next is Tong El Modo. Tong El Modo, yun nga, so it really teaches us through our actions and ano, it teaches us self-discipline. And next is NJS. This is NJS. So yun, since I was a student there and also a teacher, I would like to thank ano NJS for helping me to educate yung directly and indirectly divine principle, and also the act of education with a culture of heart. And also, since I'm a teacher there, so I want to also share how education with the culture of hearts is really being put into action. Next is music ministry for, so not just in Cavite but also yung nationwide music project. So yun nga. So I really believe music is the language of love. So ayun nga. So through music, ano natin, it can move our hearts. So next is I would like to also thank yung national athletes natin. So yung nagpapasaya talaga sa akin yung athletes na pasok sa Olympics for the Philippines. So ayun, I'm just so masaya lang din ako. And then for Gilas, Ascals, ayun. And for Japan, my mother country, ayun, good luck on your hosting. And next is yung rambutan tree na nasa harap namin. So it's super random and nga. So marami ng mga bunga, and then so hindi lang para sa amin yun. So maraming mga kapitbahay na nasi-share namin ng mga rambutan. Ayun, so last and siguro last point is I would like to thank our new leader, Kuya Richie Paul. So I'm just very grateful na meron na kaming full-time leader in Cavite. So ayun nga. So and also yung mga full-time members namin in Cavite. Just so grateful. And I would like to thank also HQ, for our national headquarters, for giving us such a very young and very enthusiastic leader such as Kuya Richie Paul. Kasi ayun nga, his desire is to build Chonbo couples here in Cavite. Just so very grateful. Ayun. So yun lang po. I think nasobran po ako ng 10, pero anyway, and that's how yun. Thank you so much for thank you.
Thank you so much. Wow, thank you so much, Kuya Andrew Aquino, for sharing your 10 points of gratitude. Truly, there are lots of things to be grateful of in our life. So now, please help me to welcome our twin brothers. They are the president and vice president of Cavite Music Ministry, none other than Kuya Philson and Philcov Hosol for the offering song.
The Milky Way upon the heaven, they're twinkling just for you. And Mr.
Wow, thank you so much for serenading us. Pati po ako napakanta. And brothers Philson and Philco Bosol, together with, of course, Kuya Andrew Aquino. Thank you so much for your performance. No? So, without further ado, please help me to welcome our very own, very energetic, hardworking national leader, Reverend Leo Angelo Halog, for the internal guidance.
Thank you very much, our dear Brody. I would like to greet first our Heavenly Parents and True Parents. Good morning, our Heavenly Parents and True Parents. To all our beloved leaders, Chando families, beloved blessed families and brothers and sisters, magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. I would like to thank our IAYSP Cavite for hosting today's morning devotion. Thank you so much for that wonderful song. To our second gen brothers in Cavite, who are always giving very inspiring and beautiful performance. Philco, Pilson, and also Brother Andrew, and also for the 10 points of gratitude of Brother Andrew. Thank you so much for inspiring us this morning. Yeah, so I would like to welcome once again all brothers and sisters for today's morning devotion. Today is our 36th day. So after 4 days, we will be completing another 40 days of morning devotion. Thank you for joining every day. This morning, I will be sharing with you So today I will be sharing True Mother's message. This is like part 2. I gave one part of this message during the 120th day of our morning devotion. So today I will be sharing a continuation of that one. This is entitled Blessed Families and the Future of Channel Group. So let us study together. True Mother said, "We are the starting point of Channel Group. We are at the starting point of Channel Group. Channel Group is the nation where we attend the Heavenly Parent and become His children. God is our parent and King of Kings. He who is the King of Kings has embraced us as Channel Group citizens. The people in the world do not know this. You are truly blessed people. How is it that you have come to participate in the providence of history? True Father always said, there is no perfection in ignorance. He educated all people the same way, regardless of their status in their field of endeavor. He made sure they knew. We have to do the same. There is no path other than this to unite the individual, family, tribe, people, nation, and world. So Mother said that we are at the starting point of Channel Group. So when we say Channel Group, this is the nation where we attend the Heavenly Parent and become His children. So Mother is saying that the people of the world doesn't know this. So until this time, still many people actually doesn't know where we are now, what kind of providence we are living now. So that's why even though sometimes tayo lang nakakakita, so many people still are really losing hope. They cannot really see the light. Many people. So sabi ni Mother, you are truly blessed people. So Father, sabi ni Mother, Father educated all people the same way, regardless of their status in their field of endeavor. So He made sure they knew. So from the time when Father was here until his last breath, Father continues to educate people. So Father said there's no perfection in ignorance. That's why, because of the fall, humanity became ignorant. That's why the only way is to educate them, to tell them, to teach them. So Mother said that we have to do the same what True Mother now is doing. So there's no path other than this to unite the individual, family, tribe, people, nation, and world. So that's why there is only one path, this path that we are going through now. So the principle is absolutely needed by all people. All people needs to know, because people are ignorant. The only way for people to be enlightened, to be awakened, is the principle, right? They need to know true parents, right? People needs to know. So this is the only way. So we are now already, Mother said, this was given 8 years ago, right? So already we are now in the 9th year of channel group. So this is really our mission, to let all the people know. Aju? So Mother said, we must not waste a single moment. I am going to establish the Heavenly Parents and True Parents tradition on a solid foundation. When we fulfill our responsibility, we will come to stand in a position of reverence eternally as citizens of Channel Group. For this cause, we must advance. We must not waste a single moment. By mobilizing everything and using our wisdom, we must make it so that heaven can embrace all human beings as Channel Book citizens as soon as possible. So what is True Parents' ultimate desire? What is Heavenly Parents' ultimate desire? Kaya nga, every moment of our life is so precious. Every moment of our life we have to use to realize the dream, long cherished dream of our Heavenly Parent and our True Parents. Right? That's why True Mother determined to really establish Heavenly Parents and True Parents tradition on a solid foundation. That's why the first 7-year course, True Mother made the promise and accomplished that in 7 years. True Mother could restore 7 nations and 7 denominations, right? So True Mother really established very strong foundation as we started last year the second 7-year course with that foundation that True Mother has established. Aju? That's why Mother said every moment ng buhay natin is very, very important. We must not waste a single moment. So every moment of our lives should be used for realization of Heavenly Parents' ultimate dream and desire, right? Mother said, by mobilizing everything and using our wisdom, we must make it so that heaven can embrace all human beings as Channel Book citizens as soon as possible. So that's why True Mother said, Heavenly Parent cannot wait any longer. Heavenly Parent cannot wait any longer. Already for thousands of years, 6,000 years already, Heavenly Parent has been waiting, right? So that's why True Mother now wants to bring completion in her lifetime. Kasi already, so long already, our Heavenly Parent is waiting. That's why actually we shouldn't worry about anything. Really, Heavenly Parent is working. This is God's providence. But we are just, being used by Heavenly Parent. If we fail in our responsibility, Heavenly Parent will continue, right? But of course, we have to fulfill our responsibility so that the providence can be realized. God's dream can be realized as soon as possible, right? That's why we shouldn't be bothered of all the things that's happening now. What's important now is how can we fulfill our responsibility. So Heavenly Parent, just little effort from us, then Heavenly Parent can work, then we can accomplish great things. But if we will not going to move, if we will not going to accomplish our responsibility, Heavenly Parent also cannot do anything, right? That's why Heavenly Parent is really doing everything now, investing everything with our beloved True Mother now on earth, our True Father working in the spiritual world. Can you imagine when I think about Father? Father has no more limitation in the spiritual world. So Father is working limitlessly in the spiritual world, beyond boundary. Father is really investing everything, and then our True Mother here on earth. That's why really in this time, second 7-year course, everything can be brought to completion. Aju? That's why we have to really unite completely and work together with our beloved True Mother. Aju? So we must not waste a single moment, Mother said. So Mother said, what is God's wish and the wish of True Parents? So the heart and mind of Heavenly Parent is to find the children whom He lost 6,000 years ago. Through the True Parents of heaven, earth, and humankind, many blessed families have been established throughout the world. There's nothing that cannot be accomplished if these blessed families follow True Parents' teachings and unite as one in their country and throughout the world. As soon as possible, you must fulfill the hope of the True Parents. which is to find God's homeland and God's nation. So really, what is the wish of God and true parents? Mother said, the heart and mind of Heavenly Parent is to find the children whom He lost 6,000 years ago. So this is the ultimate dream and desire of Heavenly Parent and also true parents, to really realize Kingdom of Heaven from the very beginning when God started to create. What He is envisioning is to really see a beautiful world, Kingdom of Heaven. Children are happy, God and their children, our relationship as parent and child. Then everything is, okay. And both Heavenly Parent and human beings are living in joy and in happiness. Aju, and then human beings are taking care of all the things that God created. So this kind of world God desired since the beginning of time. So because of the fall, it was not realized. But the only thing in God's heart and mind, sabi ni Mother, is for Heavenly Parent to find the children that was lost 6,000 years ago. So through parents of heaven, earth, and humankind, many blessed families have been established throughout the world. Kaya nga, because of the coming of true parents, they are the starting point, right? And then through them, many blessed families were born. Sabi ni Mother dito, there is nothing that cannot be accomplished if these blessed families follow true parents' teachings and unite as one in their country and throughout the world. So that's why really the key is us, tayo, mga blessed central families. Sabi ni True Mother, there's nothing that cannot be accomplished. Why the providences prolong? Why True Father couldn't, while Father is alive? Why Father couldn't experience to live in a nation of channel group? This is because of us, the central families. We couldn't accomplish our responsibility. We couldn't really unite completely with true parents. That's why sinasabi ni Mother dito, if only these blessed families follow true parents' teachings and unite as one in their country and the world, then there is nothing that cannot be accomplished. Kaya nga, we have to really unite completely with true parents, with true Mother. Right? We need to unite as one. Kapag nangyari na po ito, for sure, channel group, the completion of channel group will going to happen. Kaya tayo talaga yung key. Everything is already given. So tayo as blessed families, of course, these people, we need to bring them to true parents, to Heavenly Parent. Unang-una, tayo. We have to unite with our true parents. We have to follow true parents' teachings and unite as one. So this is really the key in order for the dream of Heavenly Parent and true parents to be realized. Aju? So as soon as possible, you must fulfill the hope of the true parents, which is to find God's homeland and God's nation. Mother said, use every moment carefully. We have no idea how important this time is. Use every moment carefully. You are alive at this time, but how are you going to use your time and your life? For whom are you going to use them? If you use them well, you could become a hero or heroine who can go down in history. You can become a filial child or even a divine son and daughter. God is giving you everything freely. Therefore, you should become a useful vessel for His desire. Instead of just sitting and listening to words, you should take action. If we want to restore this nation, we must establish a goal and execute it. Shouldn't we establish a plan? Although you feel you must eat 3 meals a day, you have to work with such dedication that you even forget to eat. So that's why True Mother is telling us that every moment we have to use carefully. So Mother said, you have no idea how important this time is. Really, sometimes, we really cannot understand. Sinasabi natin, yeah, this time is important. But we don't know really how the degree of understanding we have. Kasi kung totoong naintindihan talaga natin, really, we will really invest fully our time, our effort, That's why True Mother is saying, you have no idea, how important this time is. We couldn't really fathom really the value, the importance of this time. Kasi kung talagang naintindihan talaga natin deeply, really the providence will really advance as fast as possible if we really work together, and really invest everything. So Mother is saying you have to use every moment carefully. You are alive at this time, but how are you going to use your time and your life? for whom are you going to use them? So it's really important. Still, many people doesn't know the purpose and value of their life. They don't know where to go, saan ba pupunta. Even sometimes, tayo rin, minsan we are confused. What to do? Where to go? How are we going to use our life that was given to us? Mother said, if you use them well, you could become a hero or heroine who can go down in history. Kapag gagamitin daw natin ng mabuti yung time natin, we can really become hero. So you can become a filial child or even a divine son or daughter. So God is giving you everything freely. Therefore, you should become a useful vessel for His desire. So God has given everything for us. So we have to allow God to use us to advance the providence. We can truly become God's instrument. Aju, that's why Mother said, instead of just sitting and listening to words, you should take action. So more than, listening, studying the words, most importantly is to embody and really practice it. We have to take action. So if we want to restore this nation, we must establish a goal and execute it, Mother said. So although you feel you must eat 3 meals a day, you have to work with such dedication that you even forget to eat. Sometimes we became so busy, nakalimutan ng kumain, right? But anyway, sometimes kahit na gano'n tayo ka-busy, hindi natin nakakalimutan yung pagkain, right? O, alam na, lunch time na, dinner time na. So minsan ito hindi na alis sa mind natin, but if we really keep on, pushing on fulfilling our responsibility, sometimes we forget these things. Right? So if we have this kind of heart and dedication, anong sabi ni True Mother? If we use well yung time natin and really fulfilling our responsibility, we can truly become hero. Right? When we leave this world, really what kind of legacy we can leave? That's the most important. How people will remember us, our descendants. Right? That's why every moment of this time, living together with our beloved True Mother on earth is truly so precious. Aju? That's why the fulfillment of our responsibility also is so important, right? That's why we have to really realize in our life and really advance forward with our beloved True Mother and really fulfill Heavenly Parents and True Parents' dream. Mother said, the most precious thing is to save people's lives. Mother said, you need to know that the results determine whether you will be given eternal life. You have to create the environment where your descendants will say, our ancestors who lived during this time were truly great. We must become worthy of our ancestors. If that happens, your children will naturally grow well before the will. In that way, you should be different. So more than trying to make lots of money, I hope you will do your utmost to meet many people and save them. The most precious thing is to save people's lives. Really, it's very clear ang guidance ni True Parents and True Mother sa atin. Really, what is the most precious thing, Mother said, is to save people's lives, to save people. This is the most precious, saving people's lives. Kaya more than anything sa ginagawa natin ngayon, we have many plans din sa buhay natin, but we have to really make sure that the priority ng plan natin is this most important thing. How can we share to people? How can we witness to people? How can we bring people to Heavenly Parent? How can we bring people to True Parents? Kasi nga, because of the fall, everything was lost. So, Heavenly Parent and True Parents wanted to bring all people. So, True Mother is really working so that all people can be embraced again by Heavenly Parent. Yung nawala because of the fall. Kaya nga, more than anything, even Mother said, you should be different. More than trying to make lots of money, I hope you will do your utmost to meet many people and save them. Kaya, what is really yung purpose ng buhay natin? Of course, we really need money. That's very, very important in the providence. Kailangan talaga natin yan. Kaya lang, kapag na-focus lang yung life natin yan, then we lose already our purpose. Right? But if we are making money for the sake of fulfill, then that is the true path that we have to go. Why we make money? Why we, doing everything for us to live well, to live healthy, so that we can fulfill our mission. So if that is really the main purpose, then that is the right way. But tayo na focus lang tayo to work or to make our life well just for our own families. Then we lost the purpose of our life, right? So, anong pinaka-importante? Ngayon, sabi ni True Mother is to save people. That's why lahat ng ginagawa natin should be connected. Why I need to be rich? So that I can, witness to a lot of people. I can help many people, not only internally, but also help them for their living, right? Teach them later on how they can also survive and live well in their lives. So why we want to become rich? Dapat ito yung purpose natin, right? So that we can help a lot of people in our country. Many people are suffering. Many people even are, dying of starvation. We can see many people on the street, nothing to eat, right? That's why we cannot just, give these people God's words, right? At the same time also, we have to help them, survive. We need to give them also some, food to eat, and then later on we need to teach them. So this kind of thing, without also solving this problem, then we cannot really build kingdom of heaven. But kahit ano pa yung ginagawa natin, our first priority, what should be in our mind, is to save people. All these things yung ginagawa natin, these are just means, right? Hindi dapat yun yung maging focus natin. Kaya sinasabi ni True Mother ngayon. So more than, trying to make lots of money, I hope you will do your utmost to meet many people and save them, right? So this is the most important thing in our life. Kaya nga, we don't know, how long are we going to live on earth. That's why True Parents is telling us what will be our asset when we go to the spiritual world. That is, yung witnessing na result natin, how many people we have guided, how many people we have brought to True Parents. How many people, nadala natin, and then they could receive the blessing, and then they can transform their life, and then they can leave, the bosom of Satan, and then could go back to Heavenly Parent. So that's why this is the most important. When we think about the future, dapat very clear sa atin na ang future natin is spiritual world. That's why lahat ng ginagawa natin ngayon, this is really for the future. Lagi natin sinasabi yan, for the future, right? This is really for the future. But actually, ang future is a spiritual world. So ibig sabihin, everything that we are doing here in the physical world should be connected to our eternal life. Should be connected to the future that we are talking about. Kaya kung ginagawa natin o hindi na connected ito sa future na sinasabi natin, then we have to really think twice. We have to really, reflect and think about and correct the path that we are going. Aju? So sabi ni True Mother today, the most important is to really save people's lives. Kaya, kung anong ginagawa natin, these are all preparation so that later on we can save a lot of people, right? But as we also prepare, we have to do, slowly. President Hori yesterday was mentioning, of course now, yung Chonbo natin, ang laging focus natin, 430. Sabi niya, ngayon we have to change yung mindset na natin. Of course, maganda yon yung laking number, kasi we want to report, we want to inspire people, we want to inspire True Parents, but he wanted more, yung more substantial. Kaya sabi niya, we have to encourage all the central families to start even just three couples, 12 couples, yun how True Parents have done. Paano yung ginawa ni na True Parents? Not only to desire immediately to have yung 430, but to have really substantial. Pero pag mas marami, sabi niya, all those families are really working, starting, making their 3 couples, 12 couples, and then 43 couples, at least focus dito. Pag mas marami, and then we are educating well, then they can become, really quality members talaga. Quality people that can, support our True Mother. Then this will be more like substantial, more than the number, ng laking number, but really few are really taking ownership and taking responsibility. So he is, emphasizing this now. He wanted to make new, parang sabi niya, we really need to change yung concept natin. Yun yung in-emphasize ni President Hori. We are still on the old con, sabi niya. Kaya lahat ng blessed families natin should be really starting to take ownership and really responsibility, making your, ang pinakakan natin at least yung 43 couples. We can start with 3 couples, 12 couples, and then 43 couples, we need to really raise solid na 43 that can really take ownership. And then later on, they will start then the Chonbo path. Yun yung pinaka-importante, is explaining to us. So that's why as the central families, right, kaya sinasabing True Mother dito, people's lives, save people's lives is the most important. Kaya nga, even one at a time, that's important, right? And then you raise them up, they will later on take responsibility. Then, if all the families, marami na tayo, mag-work, kasi really, one person, kapag na-raise up mo ng mabuti, one person can represent 100 people, more than, ang dami nga, pero, di ba, Kaya nga, really, this is the way to really establish substantial channel group. Tayo ngayon, we are working in the front line. We have this kind of heart and faith and devotion. Can you imagine if we can multiply ourselves? Pag ma-multiply natin ang sarili natin, the same people, yung mga spiritual children natin, ma-raise up natin sila ng mabuti. Right? And then they will also take ownership. Then, even the providence can move more faster. And then we can really realize channel book kapag mas marami na yung mag-take ng responsibility. Aju? That's why. So really, many things now are coming. Really, we are living in the most precious time in the providence. That's why we have to really just align and unite completely. Aju? And then really put our mind with this most precious thing that True Mother is emphasizing today. That the most important is to save people's lives. Aju? Mother said, spring is the season of hope. It is a precious season during which our dreams can rise higher and spread wider. But despite the beauty of the season, we hear horrific and indescribably painful news from this country and from the world. This situation can be compared to the people of the world being on a ship without sailors or a captain or even a compass. They experience deep anxiety, not knowing how well the ship will contend with strong winds and high waves, or when it will sink by ramming into a rock. So, Mother is emphasizing, spring is a season of hope. Kaya nga, for people who are living in four-season countries, pag winter, how much they are, eager. Yung heart nila waiting for the spring season to come because spring brings new hope, right? The flowers bloom, all the plants are starting to ulit. So this is really the season of hope, ang spring. So Mother said it is a precious season during which our dreams can rise higher and spread wider. So, but despite the beauty of the season, sabi ni Mother, we hear horrific and indescribably painful news from this country and the world. So despite, the beauty of spring, even, in these four-season countries, kahit na spring season that supposedly really a season of hope, but still many people are not, doesn't have hope. In advanced nations, nag-increase yung rate ng nag-commit ng suicide. I heard in Japan last year, I think around 20,000 people committed suicide. That, I think 3 times or 4 times na nag-increase dahil sa pandemic. Can you imagine? So these nations, they have spring season, right? They have spring season doon sa mga countries na yon. But still, wala pa rin silang hope. So that's why Mother is saying, despite the beauty of the season, we hear horrific and indescribably painful news from this country and from the world. So, because people doesn't have really guide. Kaya, sabi ni True Mother dito, they experience deep anxiety. Para silang, this situation can be compared to the people of the world being on a ship without sailors. And then, walang captain or even a compass. These people now are living life like this. They don't know where to go. They don't know what they need to do. Para silang nakasakay sa isang barko, sabi ni True Mother, na walang captain or walang compass. Can you imagine that kind of situation when you try to imagine that? Right? You are just in the middle of the sea, floating without any direction. People's life now are like that. That's why who will going to give them hope? Who will going to give them light? Kaya nga sabi ni True Mother, we need to become light of the world. We need to become like the compass that will going to guide these people, right? That's why we are here as Central families, right? That's why True Mother, True Mother is here. That's why through us then as Central families, we have to really become the light of this world, Aju, and then really give direction for these people who are really losing hope or still, in deep anxiety. They don't know, what to do in their life. Kaya nga, as we continue, reach out to people, then we can save them. We can give them light. Then they can know the purpose of their life. They can know their direction, where to go. Aju, that's why we have to really become the hope. Tayo talaga yung hope, right? So Mother said, you should stand up as heavenly soldiers. As we watch these incidents take place, blessed members of the Unification Church around the world should stand up as heavenly soldiers. We can no longer just look on and wait. We should not keep the blessing that has been bestowed upon us to ourselves. We must let the people of the world who are like orphans know that our Heavenly Parent and true parents are carrying out great works. You must confidently proclaim true parents, who are the only ones who can give hope to this nation and the world. The world cannot live without true parents. I believe that these efforts will bring about new days of spring for all humanity. Now is the time for all members around the world to rise and take action until the day we bear fruit. Kaya nga, really, the true parents, they are the only hope actually of this world. The world cannot live without our true parents. That's why sabi ni True Mother, we can no longer just look on and wait. We should not keep the blessing that has bestowed upon us to ourselves. We must let the people of the world know. We have to let them, we must let the people of the world who are like orphans know that our Heavenly Parent and true parents are carrying out great works. That's why this is really our responsibility. You must confidently proclaim true parents, who are the only ones who can give hope to this nation and the world. So that's why this era where we are living in, even the saints and sages, Father said, if they can only come back during this time, they want to come back. They have sacrificed their lives, for this time. Actually, they have been waiting for this time to come. Tapos tayo ngayon yung nabubuhay during this time. So Mother said, you have to stand up as heavenly soldiers. Right? So we have to really stand up as heavenly soldiers. Mother said, now is the time for all members around the world to rise and take action until the day we bear fruit, until we can realize Heavenly Parents' dream, until all people can be saved. People in the spiritual world and people on earth, right? That's why true parents want to accomplish this now in this second 7-year course. That's why True Father is working so hard in the spiritual world. True Mother is working here on earth. Already we have more than 500 billions of absolute good spirits now, right? In the spiritual world. So True Father, with Jojinim, Hunjinim, with Daimonim in the spiritual world, they're completing and settling up everything in the spiritual world. And then True Mother also here on earth, together with us, all the central families on earth. Aju, that's why we have to really stand up as heavenly soldiers, and we have to really let all the people know that Heavenly Parent and true parents are really carrying great work, and then the true parents are here. They are the only hope of this world. This world cannot survive, cannot live without true parents. Aju, that's why all the people, we have to give them the opportunity to know our true parents. So Mother said, what kind of life would you all have lived had you not met true parents? So you would probably have lived in your own country, within your own family, eating and being attached to your environment. Few of you would have thought about living for the sake of the nation and the world. What do you all think? Those of you who have met true parents, if you have large thoughts, then how large are they? And how must you act? How you work, offer devotions, and grow during the springtime will determine how you will appear when the autumn of providential history comes, and with what results you will stand before the true parents. So this is really important. Sinasabi ni True Mother, kung hindi natin na-meet sina true parents, what kind of life we have, right? Maybe really, lahat tayo, we are always saying, kung hindi natin na-meet ang movement natin, really miserable our life. Even I myself, kung hindi ko na-meet sina true parents, hindi ko na-meet ang movement natin, I don't know what kind of life I have now. Really miserable life, right? That's why, because of true parents, we met true parents, we learned the principle, and then now we are working together, side by side, hand in hand with our beloved true parents. Our life became beautiful, became so meaningful, right? Then we could build beautiful families, wonderful children because of this, right? And then we always have hope. Really amazing that we could meet our true parents. So sinasabi ni True Mother ngayon, how you work, offer devotions, and grow during the springtime will determine how you will appear when the autumn of providential history comes, and with what results you will stand before the true parents. That's why Mother is saying, most important, now what kind of devotion, dedication we are giving in this springtime of the providence. And then, like we are now like planting. Then later on, sabi ni True Mother, this how you live this how you live your life during this springtime will determine how you will appear when the autumn of providential history comes. So what kind of results we will going to have later on, we will going to bring, and with what results you will stand before the true parents. Kaya nga, ngayon po, we are now living in the springtime of the providence. This is the most precious time, right? So we have to really invest all our heart and devotion, sabi ni True Mother, and then as we are working later on, what kind of results we will going to have, right? So what kind of blessed family we will going to have? We learn already na not only receiving the blessing, it never stops there. That is just the the first point of changing our lineage, leaving Satan and going to Heavenly Parent. But it will not end there. Na na-receive na natin yung blessing after we are blessed. So we have to work harder, right? That's why now already clear yung path na pupuntahan natin. We all need to become chonbo families, right? So meaning we have to really take care of people. We have to really raise up people. Starting from 3, 12, 43. Ngayon, di ba, we were given the opportunity na not yung 430 i-raise mo, meron ng alternative ngayon. If you can raise yung mga young people 43 tapos ma-bless sila, then no need na to do 430. So really, True Mother is really giving all the options to us na pwede natin gawin. Kaya nga, if you have the opportunity, actually the best is if you can really raise up mga young na ma-match sila, ma-bless sila, 43, for sure these people will take full responsibility rin. Kasi yan naman talaga tayo rin. We have gone through yung mga dumaan sa formula course, and then na-match sila, na-bless sila. They are really the true owners. They are really the true owners. Kaya nga, kahit 43 lang, that's already equivalent to 430. Right? If we can really raise this up. Kaya nga, this time of the providence is the most important. All the foundations na dito na, we have to really continue to offer devotions and really work hard. And then, at the end, we can have these results that we can offer to our Heavenly Parent and true parents. Aju, that's why really how fortunate and grateful people we are living in this time. That's why no matter what, we have to always have a clear understanding of what is our focus. Yun yung pinaka-importante sa lahat. Our priority, dapat alam talaga natin yun. And then with this kind of mindset, and then we pour out our heart, our devotion, our sincerity, then for sure, we can have the greatest result that blessed family wanting to have, and we can offer this to our Heavenly Parent and true parents. Heavenly Parents and true parents can be proud of us. Sabi nga ni True Mother kanina, we can become hero, heroine of this time. Right? Totoo po, we are modern heroes. Then, tayo na talaga yung pag-aaralan in the future. All these things na pinag-aaralan ng mga anak natin ngayon, pinag-aaralan natin, sina Dr. Jose Rizal, of course, these people, they have contributed. But time will come, people will going to study, centering on true parents, and then the people who have lived together with true parents. It will surely happen. It will surely happen with one generation, next generation. It will going to happen na tayo na yung pag-aaralan ng mga tao later on. The modern heroes. Ngayon, we are now the modern heroes. And then later on, we are really the hero na pag-aaralan ng ating mga descendants, and then the people who will be coming after us. Aju, and then from generation to generation. So let's really do our best, as we are the luckiest and the most fortunate people that we could live in the time of our true parents. Well, True Mother is here, right? This is really the most precious, so we have to cherish every moment. We have to invest every moment in fulfilling our responsibility. Aju, aju. So let's really appreciate our Heavenly Parents and true parents once again for this great guidance. Thank you so much, Heavenly Parents and true parents. Thank you so much to all our leaders, Chanbo families and Blessed families, brothers and sisters. I wish you to have a great day today, and may Heavenly Parents' love and blessings be always upon you and your families. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, our dear national leader, Reverend Layo Angelo Halog. Once again, let's give him a round of applause. Yeah, thank you so much for that very sincere guidance this morning. And ayun po. Moving on, let's welcome our reflectors. First is Also one of our second generation here in Cavite, our future medical doctor, none other than our Kuya Ray Hikaru Estose. Welcome po.
All right. Hello. Good morning. Is my audio clear po, kuya? Yes. Okay. All right. So good morning, Heavenly Parents. Good morning to our national leader, Sir LA. Thank you for that very inspiring and very encouraging message of hope for us this morning. And of course, to our brothers and sisters all around the world, good morning to everyone. So I remember when I was younger, when I was in grade school, I think we passed by this church. It wasn't our church; it was a Christian church. And in that church, they had a big banner outside their church, and it said, "Jesus is coming." That was what was written there. It was so big, and you could immediately see it as you passed by the road. And during that time, when I saw that, that kind of I distinctly remember that memory because I was thinking that time, wow, like so many people don't know about the second advent of Jesus, that our true Father has come, and even at this time, true Father has already come and passed away, or it's already in spirit world. And you get to think that, oh, like so many people are waiting, and so many people are in ignorance, so many people need help. So when I realized that at that time, I felt that, oh, we have so many things to do. Like there's such a lot of work that we need to put into to reach out to these people who have been prepared by Christianity, especially in our country, which is a Catholic nation. So this message this morning, it really reminds us of that responsibility we have as blessed children. I mean, as blessed families and as members of the unification movement. And it was really, for me, moving to be reminded of our responsibility to honor not only the people who came before us, our ancestors, but also the people who are going to come after us, our descendants, because we live in a very unique uh, time in history, and we live in a very unique position in history where our true father is in the spirit world and our true mother is here in the physical world. They're completely united, so we can see the complete connection between the spirit world and physical world. And that kind of situation or that kind of context is not, it's once in history. It's not gonna happen ever again. And we are the people who are lucky enough to have lived through that kind of context and that kind of situation. So for the future generations to come, they surely are going to judge us. You know, they surely are going to look up to us and think, oh, what did this person do? What kind of life did this person live? What kind of legacy is this person did this person leave behind? Am I proud to be a descendant of this person or not? So our actions today should not only be to, we shouldn't only think of our actions that affect the present, but our actions honor the past and affect the future as well, and will be remembered in the future as well. So that's a really wonderful reminder for all of us. And when I heard of the title and listened to the talk, it was about the future of Chanukuk. And when I think about it, I realize that, oh, the future is me. The future is us, especially for the blessed children here and the um, the younger members of the church, because we don't have any choice. The future is going to be in our hands, not just of our church, but of this whole world. We are going to be the generation who gets to lead in the future and gets to decide what kind of world we're going to live. We're going to leave for the next generations. So it's a nice reminder that for blessed children, we have to really do our best. You know, like we have to, in whatever field we want to go into, and in whatever kind of, what kind of endeavor we want to pursue, we have to really do our best and be kind of the best. True Father's encouragement is even to be number one, and that that feels a little bit daunting for a lot of us, but that's kind of the motivation or the goal for everyone, is to really be the best kind of version of ourselves so that we can be good leaders in the future as well. Because when we educate ourselves more and we train ourselves more and we really do our best to make ourselves qualified, we can become better leaders in the future. And the future of Chonabuk is in our hands. So we should really prepare well for that kind of future that we're going to build. So, and it was really a time of for me to express gratitude as well, because there was one slide and the question there was, what kind of life would you live without your parents? And my answer to that is I wouldn't have any life at all, because of course I'm a second generation West child, and without two parents, my parents wouldn't have met and I wouldn't have been born even. So there is no life. There is no life even literally and figuratively. There is no life if I wouldn't have had two parents in my life. So it's an opportunity to reflect and be grateful for our life. There's so much things to be grateful for, and there is such a profound motivation provided to us to live, because our two parents encourage us that we live not for ourselves but for others, and even for the people of the future. So the meaning we have to life is so profound and deep that it keeps us moving forward no matter what. So I hope that in this day we could be able to reflect on that and we could apply that to be happy and grateful today and to achieve all of our goals for today. So I guess that's it for my reflection, short but sweet. And thank you so much, brothers and sisters. I hope you have a nice day today. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your heartfelt reflection, Brother Ray. So next one to give his reflection, let us all welcome the President of Cavite Youth Ministry, none other than our brother Filson Hosol. Welcome po.
So, good morning. Thank you so much, Sir LA, for giving us inspiring message, and we really appreciate, like, every day you have been really investing a lot for the sake of our education. So now basically we understand how we should really live, uh, like, our use our time really well. Like True Mother mentioned that we should not waste a single moment. Like every minute or every hour, we must really think how we can really like support the providence, or also uh, for example, like in our everyday life, we are, like, maybe some of us are working, some of us are maybe studying, but we should really think, like, we are working not just for the sake of ourselves, that but we are working for the sake of uh, building Chunilguk, or helping the providence to move faster. And also this time, True Mother is really, like, investing a lot in terms of education of, like, second generation. Like even True Mother invested, like, scholarships to for second generations to study in Sun Moon, right? There's, like, scholarships and a lot of things, and especially uh, now we are in the era, like, our true parents already build foundation, and uh, maybe few years back, some members are still, I don't know, maybe shy to proclaim our church, but today we have really built a lot of foundation. Like, as we can see in Korea, in Chongpyeong, there's a lot of buildings. Like every year, there's new building that is being built, and really, our true parents invested a lot of money for that. Like maybe billions of peso when you convert it. I'm not sure, but really, that's really the what Chonilguk is like, because as we know, Chunuguk is like uh, kingdom of heaven, right? Or in Korean meaning, il, like Chon il is like one, so it means like one heavenly kingdom or one world, like something like that. And this is what really our heavenly parents and true parents want to achieve. Like we should live not separately, but we should live like together as one family, as one heavenly kingdom, something like that. So right now, there's a lot of barriers, like even countries, like we cannot go other countries if we don't have passport, or we cannot go if like there's a lot of barriers that we should do in order to go to another country. But true heavenly parents and true parents wanted like a world where there's no barriers. We can even go to other countries for free, something like that. And really, this is really the time where we should really, as our Sir LA mentioned, uh, we should like invest every single day. And because really this time, it's the province is really moving faster compared to maybe a few years back, because we already have these technologies like internet to spread the word very quickly, and even we can meet each other, something like that. And we should really use this to uh, touch the people who still don't know about our true parents, like media, social media, and those kinds of stuff. And also, uh, because I'm in the field of music, like I really wanted to pursue. So I should also use this to uh, I should also use this maybe uh, talent to really like influence, or I can say that word, influence other people through music, because really we have like we are really unique, like we have a lot of talents and skills, and we should really use this to uh, like we should really use our talents and skills to uh, like influence people, because as a second generation or as part of our community, we should really think that we should become professional at something, because really this is our movement seems like we lack pro- professionalism, like that. But we should really think uh, how we can become professional at something in many kinds of fields, not just uh, like that. So I really hope that uh, throughout this uh, throughout these years that we are always working very hard for sake of Providence, we are always witnessing and doing for some what do you call this? For some uh, fundraisers like that, still doing fundraising and really working very hard. So I really appreciate our brothers and sisters who support the Providence by restoring the creation, restoring people who they meet every day. So really appreciate, and also the efforts of our uh, less families who are always like going out to do HTM. And I really hope and pray that we can like uh, inspire each and everyone, not just only one who is doing HTM, but we should work together like that and inspire each and everyone, so that other blessed families can also do the same like that. So maybe that's all for my sharing and reflection. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Kuya Philson, for also sharing your heart, for giving your reflection. And ayan po. Thank you so much once again, National Leader, our Kuya LA, and for sharing that message about us, blessed families, and the future of Chunilbook. Ayan po. So let's welcome another brother who will give his reflection from our audience. Let's welcome our from NLTP, our Sir Francis Nolasco. Ayan po.
Thank you so much po. Good morning, Heavenly Parents and true parents. Good morning to our leaders, especially to our beloved national leader. Thank you so much, NL, for giving us again every day this kind of inspirational message from our true parents. And thank you so much po to all the brothers and sisters here in Blessed Family that attending Hunduke. Actually, for a long time, actually, if somebody will ask me, I want always to volunteer myself to reflect. And I like so much to reflect because I always want to remind myself too. But hearing also some reflection of the brothers and sisters really make me strong. And this time, I cannot. I think I cannot make. I cannot really fulfill my responsibility if I cannot reflect today. The topic is very good: blessed families and the future channel book. Actually, this time po, my heart is really amazed again because of this topic. Actually, this time I want to reflect po that our mission, that people know, our mission is to know, to us or to witness people to know true parents and the divine principle. And this is also one of my responsibility that I understand po when I join the matching and to receive blessing. And this is one of my responsibility that I want to reflect this time. So through this guidance, according to our national leader and to the inspiration from our true parents, we must not waste a single moment by mobilizing everything. So witnessing is very important because also even me, I reflect. If not somebody witness me, my spiritual parents didn't witness me, I think I am not here and I don't have anything for what I change in my life. So as a first generation, this is very important that I need to stand for my tribe, for my family, and for those people in the future that maybe I could witness. So that's why I'm very great this time that I could remind again myself that mobilizing people and using our wisdom is very important. Actually, I want to share this one connection in the Hunduke. Actually, this time we have pandemic and so many problem, troubles, what we experience. Even me, I experience so many things and troubles and challenges, problems and difficulties. So just I want to share this one. This pandemic, how to not to waste time that cannot even afford also that's only to us and support to our national headquarters, to our beloved blessed family, to all the leaders. So during pandemic, even me, I'm thinking how we could really survive, especially I have a lot of members here in an LTP, how we could really survive and cannot do fundraising because we are in the MFT. We are MFT. So, but we cannot go out because of the protocol, very strict protocol, and we need to follow that one. So through that, I need to think, well, how I could really be responsible to my member and also as a leader and also as a blessed family already. So that's why I'm thinking, and we have opportunity. I have opportunity to meet somebody as also member who I win that we could really put business. So, but actually, in short, we put business here in San Pablo, but we put there and just not big so much, but we are wishing that this business really can work and in the future can work the Providence. So, but what happened due to the pandemic strict protocol, that our business declined. So that's why, for me, of course, it's like wow, how we could really do more and how I could really fulfill more my responsibility if this kind of business that for the sake of the business of for the sake of the future we need to do this. And I feel sorry also for my business partner that who also invest for this business, and I feel sorry for that. But for me, if I don't want to waste time, I need to continue. That's why even though if this kind of problem or struggle, I think I cannot waste time. Instead, I need to go forward and to use well time than to think and be affected by the situation. So because every time I look at my member and LTP to support more the national providence and to raise up young leaders, how I could really fulfill more my responsibility. So that's why this time uh, I have a member here also in NLTP. That 5 members I have more than 6 months already. They are here in NLTP in spite that we have pandemic, and also 8 members below 6 months. So very new. So they go in the front line. Actually, this time is not so much strict. So we try our best to go in the front line. So because even though pandemic, according to the guidance also of some leaders in my direct central figure, so it should be that we need to make a way, not just only to stop and to become stagnant. So that's why we are making a way, and little by little we go in the front line that somehow we could support the national providence, the NLTP, because this is our main purpose why we are here. So that's why through this, the NLTP, somehow we need to really support the national providence and to continue the program. So if we will be stagnant, I think we are wasting time. So also this time, since we think to march forward, so we have 10 participants who undergone 7 days divine principle lecture from different places, from Taguig, from Lucena, and from here in the different places in San Pablo. So this is a kind of determination also that we have here, that we cannot afford to lose time, and there's nothing that cannot be accomplished if we fulfill our responsibility as a blessed central family, if we follow through parents. This is also in the Hunduke. That's why we are pushing also ourselves, even me, pushing myself, that even though so many pressure also sometimes, but I told to myself, if I will really think about my pressure because of my failure sometimes, of my shortcomings, especially when I lose this business, that small business I have, but what to do? I cannot just cry and just stop and just feel sorry to my business partner that I can say, what to do? I lose the business. Please, just give me a little bit time and we will really do more again that business. Just this time I need to focus for this MFT and LTP so that we could really move again the providence. So I think God is giving us everything actually freely. This is according in the Hundukit today. Therefore, we should, I should useful. I mean, become useful. And for this is supposedly my desire to fulfill more my responsibility. And we should properly use our time. So this is the kind of determination this time that I have. And also, the most precious thing is to save people lives. So that's why this time is related also, even though in spite of pandemic, we are continuing to witness people, different blessed families and different centers all over the national, really pushing ourselves to continue to fulfill our responsibility. And I reflect so much that I cannot stop. So instead of focusing making money, according to our national leader, we will lose our purpose of our life. Of course, we need money according to our national leader, and I'm also thinking about that. But if I will just focus because I need money, I need this one, I need these material things, I think I cannot fulfill my responsibility. It should be balanced. That's why more than to make money, I should meet many people, or we should witness, or I should witness or continue my mission. So also here, I write also here, everything what we are doing should connected to the future. This is in our Hunduke. So that's why when I receive also mission being center leader, provincial leader in Laguna, I know this is not really easy. Handling NLTP, some members here, and also being provincial leader, reaching the blessed family here in San Pablo, in Enter Laguna. Actually, I want to cry so much. Heavenly Parents, thank you so much because you can still trust me through through our national leader, the central figure of NLTP. So that's why we need to do more. When I received this mission to also start the 43 couple, so I think I need to continue and not to be bothered that where I will get this 43 couple, but instead that kind of mind to witness young generation that they can receive matching and blessing. So then if they understand, they will really continue and they will also witness other people. Actually, I want to inspire everyone here in NLTP, even though we are not doing more there to go in the different barangay. Our member bringing their sibling here in NLTP, actually, and they are joining NLTP and very inspiring, even though very young. They are very young. they are really inspired to continue to establish ideal family also, and to train, to undergo training of in NLTP. So lastly, in my reflection, according to the Hunduke, we should stand up as a heavenly soldiers. So this is what I'm also thinking even before this time. NLTP determination is to support more the national providence. That's why I feel sorry if we cannot do more, but I always feel ashamed already every time I say we will need to do more and do more. We want to support and to continue, even though in spite it's not enough. So what kind of life would you have live had you, if you didn't met through parents? Even me, I reflect, if I didn't met through parents, I think I am not here. So I am not, I don't have anything, I don't have my spouse, I don't have my determination to serve heavenly parents and through parents and other people. So we must have, we must more invest, we must invest more ourselves, witness young people who can receive blessing, to reach 430 couple and to start 43 couple. For me, if I could have 43 young couple that I witnessed, they will be educated to become blessed central family in the future. So through that, I could fulfill my responsibility. So still, in my heart, actually, last time I'm crying because how I could do more, how I could fulfill more my responsibility. So I cannot stop to cry actually last time, because so many things I need to balance my mission actually with my wife and my team leaders here in NLTP. So I wish that we could do more. I can push more myself, and I need to really focus for my mission. So through that, I need to remind myself every day, so that I could really push more myself. So thank you so much for the hard work of everyone also, and no worry, we will do more. As you can see in your monitor, if you are there, you can see our NLTP is also young people here. They are really listening very well to the reflection and to the guidance of our national leader, that they want also to learn more about true parents. Thank you so much po, and God bless to everyone. God bless po.
Thank you so much once again, Sir Francis, for expressing your heart and determination to contribute for the Providence. And really, the future is in your hands, no, to all of our youth. Yeah, thank you so much for the youth department of Cavite for sponsoring today's Hunduke. Ayan po. And also, good morning po sa inyong lahat ulit, mga dear blessed families who are joining our morning devotion, and also to our brothers and sisters who are preparing for work, yung mga nasa biyahe na po. And we hope for your safe travel. And then, magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat ulit. So to finally close our, wala po tayong today, final guidance and announcement. So to close our morning devotion, may I request the president of our Cavite Blessed Children Committee, none other than our sister Kumyon Hosol.
Brothers and sisters, please join me in prayer. Good morning to you, our most beloved Heavenly Parent and true parents. Thank you for this wonderful day and for the blessings that you've given to us. And thank you for the guidance that you provide to us every day in our morning devotion. I pray that whatever our takeaways are from the message, we will be able to practice it in our daily lives until our action become our habits, then eventually become our character. We are very sorry for our mistakes and shortcomings. We will do our best to bring back everything you have done for us, or even more than that. I also would like to pray for the healing of the world and everyone's safety and protection. I really hope and pray that everyone is okay, in a great condition, physically and mentally, especially in our current situation. I pray for the people who are fighting their own battles today. Also, I hope that we will take this opportunity to unite and advance the Providence. Lastly, I am thankful and grateful for the leaders, youth leaders, and to our brothers and sisters who continuously lead, guide, and support the providence, however small or big it is. Once again, thank you for everything. All these things I offer and pray in behalf of our brothers and sisters in my name, Kumyan Esosol, the daughter of Joshua Mikosol, a member of a Blessed Center family, and as a second generation Jew.
Let us now offer our individual prayer. Jew. Thank you so much once again for joining our morning devotion, and have a great day, dear brothers and sisters. Salamat po sa inyo.
Bye!
Thank you so much, Kuya Brody.
Thank you so much po.
Thank
Thank you so much, Kuya Brody. Thank you so much po, Anel.
Cavite and Region 4A for hosting our morning devotion. Thank you so
Thank you so much
much.
po.
Good morning, Cavite family.
Bye po!
Mother Jan, Mother, Mama Gawet. Thank you so much po.
Thank you.
Ate Anita, thank you.